Every year, football fans wait for that fateful day, the day Football Manager finally drops on Steam or other platforms. But today, I'm going to give you a review for a different type of Football Manager on the Nintendo Switch. Let's get straight into it. I want to first start with the game itself. While I'm a huge fan of Football Manager, I've always played it on either PC or on a Mac. I've never got to play it on my TV, and I've never been able to take it on the go. My computer is an Asus Gaming Republic monster of a computer, and my Mac, well, it's still too big to take in my pocket. But for Nintendo Switch to have this type of game is absolutely amazing. Now, the controls you would think are a bit clunky, but it's not. Using your left and right trigger buttons and left and right bumper buttons, you can seamlessly go through each of the menu screens without any issues at all. In fact, I counted no issues on the menu screens. The one thing I can say is this: there is a lack of detail for teaching you how to use the game, unless you just go and search it for on a YouTube video, or actually go and try to find it in preferences. On PC or Mac, you can easily hit a certain button and it tells you how to use the game. Something I wish that they would have put inside the game to teach you. Maybe some people don't know how maybe to do transfers, how to do tactics, or definitely work the menus, but other than that, it works seamlessly well. And I have to say, I'm pretty impressed with the way the Nintendo Switch has handled the touch, as my iPad always seems to run into an issue when I'm running FM18 Touch on the iPad. Graphics, what can I say? Either play with dots or on the 3D engine. Nothing really to say about the graphics. I've enjoyed the game. I like using the dots, but for the Switch, I find myself really wanting to use the 3D match engine, as it works better than it does on my PC or on my iPad. So definitely the 3D match engine, although with a few hiccups and a few stuttering and starts. Sometimes the player will be running and it will freeze and then it will catch back up, and sometimes it can result into a goal for the opposite team or a miss in a crucial moment for your team. I had Aubameyang in front of goal. He missed because there was a slight glitch. But to me, it does work better on the Switch than it does on my PC or my iPad. And what about the transfer system and the tactics? As you know, FM 2018 Touch is streamlined to give you more of what we want: tactics and transfers. And the game delivers on that. Instead of having to go through lots of media and interviews, you get straight to what makes FM such a great game. You're the manager, do your tactics, and buy your players. The transfer screen is a bit difficult to navigate. It wasn't for me, but I've heard some people saying that they wish the game would implement a better transfer screen than it is, because when you first get into it, it's kind of hard to make a offer for a player, because you really have to search and find out where it is, unless you find a YouTube video, which you can see in the link down below to see how to use the transfer system. Tactics is seamless except for one thing. You can only have one tactic at a time loaded up. Maybe it's a glitch in my game, and maybe in yours you can have more than one. Although you can save multiple tactics, you still can only have one loaded at a time, which makes seamlessly going through tactics like you can on the computer or the Mac or the iPad, which I had the same issue there, kind of difficult, because you really can't have it on the fly. You have to go and load it up and whatnot, and that takes a little bit of time, when the point of the touch is to have a seamless, quick game. Now when it gets to kind of the overall, how is this game going to hold up on the Switch? On Nintendo Switch, the game is almost perfect. And there are a few issues, especially when you look at if you want to go and look and view a match that you played previously, it does get hung up, and there's some things you cannot view at all, especially on the Switch version of the game. It is really horrendous. There are some menus that are just really clunky, not all of them, just a few, and it's really hard to navigate certain menu screens, especially the transfers. And I feel like there should be maybe an update that's rolled out to make it just a bit more intriguing for players who maybe want to bring from the PC or Mac to the Switch. Overall, the game is outstanding. I recommend it from the 3D Match engine, which is really awesome, and I've actually used it more than the 2D Classic, which I call the dots. The transfer system, once you get a hang of it, is pretty easy to use, and the tactics is pretty good too, especially some of the little changes that you'll notice as you play the game, like changing the players on the fly using the Y button, which is pretty cool. You don't always have to use the little cursor. The cursor is the one thing that really is annoying. It's too slow, and there's no Even if you touch the screen, the cursor won't move. So you have to really drag it across. The touch controls don't always work as well as I would like. In fact, you really have to press the screen to get the touch controls to work. Other than that, the game is near perfect. It's Football Manager. It's going to have these issues. Now, if you've run into any of these issues, let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. This is my review for Football Manager Touch 2018 on the Nintendo Switch, a game that I've really enjoyed, and I'll be putting out more content on a daily basis, which is called Arsenal's New Era, and I hope you enjoyed those videos so far. Thanks for watching, whether it's Core Gamers Inc. or Nintendo Fan TV, and I'll be bringing more reviews for Switch as games come out. So if you found this review helpful, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell for all my latest videos, and I'll see you guys next time in the Manager's Hot Seat. Later.